Senator Mitt Romney on Monday said he would like to see John Bolton, President Trump's former national security advisor, testify during the impeachment proceedings about the Ukraine scandal. Of course, Romney said when asked if he wanted to hear from Bolton, who is believed to have been witnessed the president and his aides deliberating over whether to withhold aid to Ukraine if it did not investigate Joe Biden. "I'd like to hear what he has to say," said the senator from Utah, who is considered the most prominent Republican critic of Trump. When asked if he would vote in the Senate to subpoena Bolton during the upcoming impeachment trial, Romney would not commit either way. Romney said he believes Bolton has first-hand information on the Ukraine scandal, and assuming that articles of impeachment reach the Senate, "I'd like to hear what he has to say." But Romney and other moderate senators appear to be going along with Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's wish for a speedy trial without witnesses, according to Politico. Moderate Republicans like Senators Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine said on Monday they want the impeachment trial to begin before they consider calling witnesses, as the Democrats have demanded. "I believe that the Senate should follow the precedent that was established in the trial of President Clinton," said Collins, who faces a tough re-election fight in her home state later this year. "I think that we will decide at that stage who we need to hear from." When Murkowski was asked about possibly subpoenaing Bolton, she said, "We've got to get to the first place first." Another Republican senator who faces a tough re-election battle, Cory Gardner of Colorado, also doesn't seem eager to hear from Bolton. "Is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi going to send the articles over? She doesn't seem to care," said Gardner. "You guys want to have a trial by Twitter, but until she has the articles sent over there is no trial." Bolton confirmed Monday that he would appear before the Senate if he is subpoenaed to testify in the impeachment trial against Trump. "Since my testimony is once again at issue, I have had to resolve the serious competing issues as best I could, based on careful consideration and study. I have concluded that, if the Senate issues a subpoena for my testimony, I am prepared to testify," Bolton said in a statement posted to his Political Action Committee website. Trump's ex-national security advisor, who parted ways with the administration on a sour note in September, revealed he would comply if he was served with a legal notice, but there is no clarity on whether there would be one. It is Democrats who have expressed interest in his testimony. Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer revealed last month in a letter to McConnell that he wants to hear from Bolton. But Republicans hold the majority, and so far McConnell has said he is determined to start a trial without calling witnesses, which would make Bolton's move an empty gesture. However Republicans handle it, the announcement by Bolton set off an explosion of speculation in Washington, D.C., about the former aide's true intentions and the next step by Pelosi, who has not yet sent the articles of impeachment to the Senate for trial. Schumer said the former Trump official has direct knowledge of administration decisions that could help clear things up in the charges against the president. He also said proposed having acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney, his advisor, Robert Blair, and Office of Management and Budget official Michael Duffy testify. Schumer released a statement Monday following Bolton's comments. "Momentum for uncovering the truth in a Senate trial continues," Schumer said. John Bolton correctly acknowledged that he needs to comply with a Senate subpoena to compel his testimony, if issued. The New York Democrat says it's now up to a small group of Republicans in the Senate to support subpoenaing Bolton to make it happen. Given that Mr. Bolton's lawyers have stated he has new relevant information to share, if any Senate Republican opposes issuing subpoenas to the 4 witnesses and documents we have requested, they would make absolutely clear they are participating in a cover-up, Schumer continued in his statement. The House voted last month, almost completely along party lines, to impeach Trump for 2 charges: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. During the present impeachment controversy, I have tried to meet my obligations both as a citizen and as former national security advisor, Bolton wrote in his statement. He also mentioned in the statement the case with Charles Kupperman, who acted as Trump's national security advisor for 8 days between Bolton and the president's new advisor, Robert O'Brien, and was Bolton's deputy. Kupperman faced a House subpoena for the impeachment proceedings but was given a directive by the White House not to testify. The case ultimately got caught up in a legal battle, and eventually the House committee withdrew the subpoena to stop the court from having jurisdiction over the case. It now falls to the Senate to fulfill its constitutional obligation to try impeachments, and it does not appear possible that a final judicial resolution of the still unanswered constitutional questions can be obtained before the Senate acts, Bolton said. Bolton did not mention something that is well known in Washington, that he is a prolific and meticulous note-taker, and that being summoned to give evidence would have the potential to open up a huge vault of written details of Trump's inner circle's discussions. But McConnell and other Republicans in the Senate do not even want to have a trial with witnesses.